Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to another WWE prediction with me and Kaj. How you doing, Kaj?
I'm fine, thanks.
Yep. This time around, I'm doing very fine. It's 2016, and how does 2016 start in WWE with the Royal Rumble? We are starting on the road to Wrestlemania, and a road to our first year of doing predictions as well, which is nice. So, Kaj, what do you think of the Royal Rumble? Is it one of your favourites, or?
Yeah, it's one of those that you get to see some wrestlers interact with some you wouldn't normally. Like when, say, for example, Brock Lesnar's in it and Heath Slater comes in. He's one of them.
We've had some great moments, right? Which we will talk more about when we do the simulation for the Royal Rumble match. But we're going to start off with the kickoff show. Now, the kickoff show is linked with the Royal Rumble, where in this year it's supposed to be 4 teams in a fatal 4-way. Now, unfortunately, with WWE 2K16, because of the limit of only 6 competitors in the ring at one time, we are just doing a normal Royal Rumble. But in the actual official match, it is the Dudley Boys. It is Darren Young and Damien Sandow. It's the Ascension, who is being represented by Connor in this, and then it's Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. So let us begin. We haven't done a kickoff show for a while. One of the kickoff shows for a while, have we?
No.
They usually don't tell us until the actual thing. This is the first time we've actually got all the matches.
It's usually just a nothing match.
Yeah.
It's usually just a nothing match.
Well, this it's interesting because then we actually have a bit more of an idea, at least, of a few more people who will be in the match. They haven't said what numbers. I think there's only one person who has been given their number officially, and that is Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but this is just to get into it, so you'll know some people who aren't in it by this match. Because I think it does say guarantees. Doesn't mean others won't get in.
Yeah. Well, like, what does the actual thing say? It says it is a fatal 4-way kickoff match to qualify for the Royal Rumble match. So, the 3 teams that do not win it will not be in the Royal Rumble, according to this. This is,
to be honest, the people.
Yeah.
Who's Darren Young with?
Darren Young is with Damien Sandow, who has been away for quite a while now.
There's only 2 people in the entire that match who have once in the match, and they're on different teams. One's Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
I think he brings a freshness, and the other one is Damien Sandow.
Really?
Because they bring some freshness to the roster when they like when Swagger were fighting Del Rio for the title. Alright, it was just basically a stopgap for Del Rio.
Yeah.
But the match, because it was somebody you haven't seen on TV for a while, it felt fresh. Like they were changing it up.
Well, I've got a question here. Now, you know who the 4 teams are here. Now, the 4 teams that we do actually have in this kickoff match, who out of them would you actually want to see win? Like you said, you got one on one team and you got another person on the other team. But
I think, because just for teams, I'd say Dudley Boys.
I want to see the Dudley Boys, yeah. That'd be interesting. Bubba Ray, he's been in 2 Royal Rumbles 2 years running now.
Yeah, that's not like a claim to fame when some people's probably doing like 10 or 15.
Yeah, but it's a bit of a claim to fame when no one knew that they were coming back. I think it was a huge shock and surprise that when he actually came into the Royal Rumble match, where I had a lot of people thinking, does that mean Devon's going to be coming as well?
We had to wait 8 months for him to come back, something like that.
Yeah.
He didn't come back straight after that. It was treated as a one-off.
I think, if anything, he just left questions after the Royal Rumble with the Dudley Boys, where are they coming back? Are they not coming back? I've heard rumours that they're coming back. Or is this just him saying, hi guys, how you doing? I'm still around somewhere. Well, it's
Or
nice to see.
maybe it was
they're back.
WWE capitalising on the fact it was in Philadelphia last year.
That too,
Philadelphia.
yeah.
And that's where ECW was put on.
Oh yeah, good point. That's
popular.
their backyard, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not. That's probably what they've done. Really, they probably just. But you know what? We'll use the fact we're in Philadelphia to our advantage.
So, Matt, we were talking about after the podcast on Wednesday. We were talking about some of the WWE superstars with Shimmy, weren't we? And I think
Yes.
one name that popped up was Mark Henry. About, I think, did you say that you heard rumours that he's getting close to retiring?
This is his last year.
Yeah. Would you think he deserves to be
He's
in
had
the
a
Royal
long
Rumble?
career.
Again.
If it is going to be his last time, yeah.
I don't see him winning it, but
No.
I could see him causing a lot of destruction in it.
Yeah, give him a good send off by basically letting lay waste to everybody on in the ring or something. But doesn't quite don't throw many of them over, just lose them all standing and lying down or something.
And then wait until him and Big Show are in the ring together. Because we already know, I think Big Show's already been announced to being in the Royal Rumble as well, hasn't he?
I think one thing this match does show is that Titus O'Neil is going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, because it would have usually been Darren Young and Titus in the actual tag team.
But and the thing is, I'm paying attention, but Titus O'Neil's been quite a winning streak at the moment. He's winning a lot more than he's losing.
Especially on the solo side of things. But then again, he's having that whole rivalry with Stardust. Well, a weird comedy rivalry with Stardust at the moment, isn't he? Last time I heard from it.
Yeah, but he's
Still a winning
winning. You
streak,
think?
yeah.
You don't start again someone winning. You don't get somebody like him winning so many without something happening in the background. They're slowly pushing him. Some wrestlers get pushed like basically in your face, like we are giving you this wrestler. We are clearly pushing him. There's plans ahead. Whereas someone like him is going like under the. Well, Dolph Ziggler last year, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But then you've got someone like Titus who's coming in under the radar. Like we'll just give him a push and keep him going, and then obviously time will tell what actually happens there.
I think we might be getting close to the end of the match. Yep, it's over.
You won.
Mark Henry won, so that would technically mean, if this went to plan, Mark Henry and Jack Swagger would be in the Royal Rumble. So, well, I'm looking at the people who are there. Mark Henry is the one who stands out to me. Because he seems like the type of person who could easily flatten the other teams just on his own. And then he's got Jack Swagger also in his corner, who, be honest, he's a strong competitor. Didn't he have a rivalry with John Cena at one point as well?
Who?
Jack Swagger with John Cena.
I don't know. That might have been the time when I wasn't watching.
When you faded out, yeah. But yeah, anyway, kickoff show. According to this, Mark Henry versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger would be going into the Royal Rumble. So it is time to move on to the actual matches, which will be in the main show. We are going to be starting off with the Tag Team Championship of the New Day versus the Usos. So let's go to that match. So, here we go. We're moving on to the next match, which is for the Tag Team Championship. The Slammy Tag Team of the Year, the Usos, versus the Tag Team Champions, the New Day, who is Big E and Kofi Kingston representing them. So, Kaj, this rivalry has been around for quite a while now, hasn't it? To a point where they are now arguing, where we've got the New Day arguing that they should be the Tag Team of the Year because we got upset over the Slammies.
I think they've got a point because for most of the year, the Usos weren't even together as a tag team
Yeah, but
because one of them were injured.
But then again, one of the Slammies.
It was all universe. It was basically a popularity contest.
Yeah, of course. But then again, out these two teams, and I love both teams. They're great teams. But I find the New Day a lot more entertaining.
Exactly. They're good at what they do, which is annoying the crowd.
You say annoying, entertaining.
Put on entertaining matches.
Yeah. And
so the Usos, the Usos need to develop the characters as well. They're just the same all the time.
So.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's pretty much it. It's like the dancing Samoans basically.
Yeah.
That's top and bottom of what they are.
The thing is, this is why a lot of us are thinking that the New Day are the best tag team at the moment. No offense to things like the Dudleys and that lot, but it's just the entertainment value. That's what they work well in these things. And you know that you've done quite well where you can reach a point where you can call yourselves unicorns and you can still be hated by the fans. It's weird. Well, you saw, well, they had a little bit more of a rivalry this past month with Chris Jericho coming back as well, who's also in the Royal Rumble. And like, unfortunately, R.I.P. to the trombone,
Francesca.
Francesca. We're going to miss that musical instrument.
No, not.
I am. Oh, Xavier's face.
The only time I miss it is now we want the victory sound of Final Fantasy VII.
I think the next musical instrument should be a triangle. Just see Xavier Woods just running around with a triangle.
Yeah, well, like I said, tag team of the year to me it has to have been New Day because they were there throughout the year.
Yeah.
They were at the top throughout the year. Alright, they lost the titles briefly to prime-time players, but other than that, they've been pretty much champions for the majority of the year.
Yeah. Now, okay, yeah, they've got the numbers game, but there has been opportunities for other tag teams who have had that third person on at ringside, hasn't there? And they still not managed to beat them. And they work perfectly well as what's it called? A stable? Stable. That sounds right.
A trio.
A trio. Yeah, let's go with a trio. That's easier. But do you actually see the New Day losing the titles? Yes. Especially this match.
The problem is the tag team division now has gone with what happened with Sin Cara. I don't think he dislocated his shoulder, was it, in the singles match? I think there's nobody to really challenge them. These are the only two which are credible title contenders. I mean, I know people might say the Dudleys, but they've been not been as good. They've been badly booked, I'll say, because they've been constantly in a feud with the Wyatts.
Well, we've got Alex here. By the way, if people don't know, we do stream this before we actually put it up on YouTube, don't we, Kaj? We've got him saying that the tag team of the year should be the Lucha Dragons. They are awesome high flyers and won the NXT Championship. Come on. I agree that they've done well, but
they were definitely worth consideration.
Yeah,
they were definitely worth consideration. But I think for the year, because for a while the Lucha Dragons were they were like Los Matadores. They were just there to make up the numbers. But then they came out in their own because of all the high flying stuff.
Well, it's not just that. If you got to look at it now, okay, yes, Sin Cara's injured. This is the main reason why Kalisto has been pushed as a solo competitor at the moment. By the way, he's doing quite well as a solo competitor to a point that he's got a match.
Rumours he was going to get pushed. He was getting pushed anyway.
But yeah, the thing is, your Lucha Dragons, they're great in ring, but it's the same again, like with the Usos, where they're great in ring, but it's the mic work which doesn't work. And as a WWE superstar, you kind of need both, at least a balance of both. And
well, Lesnar doesn't have that. That's why he's got Paul Heyman. If you can get a manager,
be honest, his in-ring presence is you get out the ring. He's got that's the thing. He's got a manager. He's got Paul Heyman as his.
Yeah, but like I say, it's all right. Yeah, I agree. You need to have certain mic skills, but like I say, if you get a manager, if you're brilliant in the ring, they can easily find somebody to work the mic. Look at what Lana did for Rusev for all those months.
So do you think that the Usos or the Lucha Dragons need some kind of manager to help them with that side of things?
Yeah, unless or give them more mic time themselves, because we don't actually know what they're like on the mic, because they never actually get mic time.
Oh, people do not like the New Day in chat. But oh, is it over? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's over. Well, according to this, the New Day win. And they didn't even have to use Xavier Woods that time, and well, he's got no trombone now. So, but yeah, and other things in chat. Bork says, I think Wyatt should have a title. I agree too.
Yeah, he is overdue for a title. I'll discuss that in the Royal Rumble.
Well, not just Bray Wyatt, but the Wyatt family. I think I would like to see the Wyatt family go for the Tag Team Championship.
I think they were going for before it reformed as a Wyatt. I think Luke Harper and Eric were going to go for the Tag Team titles, but then Rowan got injured. He tore his bicep, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So then obviously Luke Harper went back to the Wyatt family. Then he was joined by Braun Strowman, and then when he came back, Eric Rowan.
This is how much. I'm just seeing the actual video at the end, and this is just proof how much I haven't actually watched an end match with the New Day. They actually do the New Day shout at the end of the match. Oh.
Anyway.
But yeah, like I said, we'll talk a bit more about the Wyatt when it comes to Wyatt's family when it comes to the Royal Rumble anyway. But it's time to move on to our next match, which is going to be the Divas Championship. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Oh, this is going to be a fun talk again, isn't it? So, let's move on to that match. So, anyway, we're moving on to our next match. Divas Championship. It is Charlotte, the current Divas Champion, versus her former friend, Becky Lynch. Let's begin. A lot of people still don't like Charlotte, and I understand why. Because I think we were speaking about where we didn't want her to be acting like Ric Flair, and it seems that she has gone down that path, hasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. To a point now, she is a heel. It's obvious.
Yeah, they definitely made her into a heel.
But it's nice to see that Becky Lynch is actually getting another Divas Championship shot, don't you think? Come on, for the... Well, it depends what part of Ireland she's from. Either way, European pride.
Why does it matter what part of Ireland?
I was going to say British pride, that's why.
She's from Republic.
She's from Republic. European pride. There you go. I think it'd be nice to have a European women Divas champion again.
Yeah. Well,
I think
Charlotte, like I said, she's relied too much on the Ric Flair side of it because being a cheater to win. I mean, I've said in previous videos where it's just boring me now. They're trying to make her into the female Ric Flair. That's not what I want. I want her to be her own person.
I think it hurts.
Whether it's a heel or a face.
Yeah. I think it hurts a lot of people because when she was in NXT, Charlotte, the whole thing was that she was doing it for herself. She worked for where she was, and then she moves over to the main roster. And okay, at the beginning she was just being herself. Then she started doing the woos, and then Ric Flair came when she won the championship.
Well,
and
she's
now,
always done the woos.
but now she's pretty much
a,
just a female Ric Flair now. Simple put.
Which it's like you just don't do it.
But yeah, we've not got much to say about this match, do we? But every time we
tell you what, Becky Lynch, I think out of those that came up, I mean, we've not seen much of Sasha Banks, unfortunately. But I think Becky Lynch is the best of the three that came up at the moment, to me. Because she's done the underdog where she's thinking, she's kicking people's ass.
That's a good point. Going back to chat, this is from Kuro. They say, wonder if Eddie was alive and his daughter was champion, and if the story would be the same as Flair's.
Well, it's hard to say because you got a lot of people who are related to somebody who's previously been anything. I mean, you could go to the Usos have kind of followed their dad Rikishi in the dancing side of it.
Yeah.
I think they'll always put things from the parents in.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, yeah. You just saw the chat as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to the phone.
Well, the thing is, generations. We have reached a point where we're starting to see second, third, fourth generation superstars coming through to the WWE, aren't we? I think one of the most known ones, the McMahons, of course, where I say Stephanie is acting more like a dad now.
They're not in it as wrestlers though.
But
they're not in it as wrestlers. They're in it because they own the company.
Yeah, but
it's their company. They can do whatever the friggin' hell they want.
Oh yeah, of course. But she is turning out like her dad.
If you want better examples, you go to Roman Reigns, you go to Randy Orton, you go to Cody Rhodes and Goldust. They're people who their dads or mums or whatever have been in WWE and then they've followed them.
But then they have their own. Yeah, they have their own. The thing is, things like Roman Reigns and Goldust and Stardust themselves, they seem to have gone. Especially Randy Orton, they've gone and done their own thing, which is nice to see.
They've brought in elements of what their parents might have done.
What they've learnt from their family and bits and pieces. It's like another example is a diva, Natalya.
With sharpshooter.
With sharpshooter. Well, she's like someone mentioned on here, which we know she's part of the Hart family. Her dad's Neidhart, and
Jim the Angle Neidhart,
yeah, and they what's it called? She's gone and done things her own way. Okay, she has been proud to say that she is from the Hart family, which you do. You've got to accept what your generation of family have come from, in the end. But you don't act like them. Like Charlotte seems to be doing, she's pretty much acting like.
Yeah, she's basically copying Ric Flair, and that to me is what's killing her
image
as a champion. It's Ric Flair, great, he's a legend and all that, but he's not. How can I put it? He's in the past. You do what works for Charlotte, not what worked for her dad. I don't think he's. That's a bold prediction about R-Truth.
Knowing R-Truth, all right. Like we said, we've got Alec. Who said it? Burke here saying that R-Truth will win the WWE title at the Royal Rumble. Knowing R-Truth, he will completely forget that he's in the Royal Rumble until the night after the Royal Rumble, and then he will come out saying, given the bold prediction, he will win it. Oh, you gotta love R-Truth. Yeah. Are we getting close to the end of the match? Nope, kicked out, 2 count. Becky Lynch nearly won it.
Match that is. R-Truth, Roman Reigns, Sheamus at WrestleMania 32.
Come on, R-Truth!
I mean, I'll discuss the actual Royal Rumble when we get to the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, we do. Which is probably going to be the longest part of this.
Is this match finished yet?
Well, Charlotte's just gone into the figure 8 leg lock, sorry. But she's kicked out. Yeah, we're right. Talking about divas, you mentioned her earlier, Sasha Banks. Do you think she should split away from Team Bad?
Not yet. I think the divas division does need a stable like they're providing.
Yeah.
Because it's then the number they're the stable that's got the numbers game. Because I mean because it helps also keep more people involved.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean Tamina Snuka, sorry, she's probably the worst diva on the roster for wrestling.
Yeah, I
agree. She's too. I think compared to others, she's not as agile.
Yeah.
She can't pull off these big spots and.
Yeah. And no offense to Naomi as well. She is a good fighter, but she's been outshone by Sasha Banks in that tag team.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't help where, like I said, we've got what's it called? NXT. She was the NXT Women's Champion for quite a while, and she was a great champion until she lost it to Bayley. Yeah, she was still current champion.
I think everyone knew Bayley was going to win that match because
she was moved over to the main roster now.
Yeah.
Anyway, the match is over. According to this, Charlotte will win it, which I want Becky Lynch to win it, but I've got a feeling Ric Flair is going to get involved.
Yeah.
Simple. So I think it's time to move on to the next match, which will be the US Championship match. Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto.
Lucha.
So, yep. Moving on to the next match for the US Championship. Let's go there. Yep, champion. Blah, 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 blah. Charlotte.
So I'm guessing we could talk normally.
Oh, not yet. We're still in the thing.
I thought you'd done the cut-off point.
So, here we are. For the US Championship, we have Alberto Del Rio, the current champion, versus former US champion Kalisto. Let's begin. That was an interesting. Was it SmackDown or Raw? I don't remember which one it was.
Raw then SmackDown.
It was Raw then SmackDown. It was different. So if people don't know, this past month, Kalisto has definitely been pushed towards the US Championship to a point where he actually won it on one of the Raws after it was sort of like a US Open challenge, wasn't it? Which John Cena kind of, because they moved over to the US.
I don't think it was an Open challenge. I think it was in a match. I think Kalisto got the pin over Del Rio, which pushed him towards the. For some reason, it qualifies as a championship chance.
Yeah, and I think it was on SmackDown because it was the premiere of it when it moved over to the USA Network in America. And John Cena actually came out and said, "Look, we're celebrating that we're on the USA Network now. The US champion should be here for that." To a point where he actually made a match, and then Kalisto won. So. Burke says no, he's still injured. Yeah,
Daniel Bryan isn't returning to the Rumble.
I don't know when he's coming back, if he's coming back at the moment.
If he ever does.
Yeah. Anyway, sticking with the US Championship match, Alberto Del Rio. Do you think he's a good champion?
No.
No. Explain.
I just find him really boring.
Well, I find this whole, what is it, the League of Nations?
League of Nations.
I find that whole thing boring.
That would have worked if Sheamus was going to stay, have the world title for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
In fact, he lost it. Sheamus is going to slowly, when everyone's watching, Sheamus is going to fall into mid card, and then they're going to be what kind of stable are they going to be? They won't be at main events anymore. They'll be at mid card, so one of them's going to need a title. You know, it fails because Sheamus is only a placeholder until a few people come back who are main eventers from injury. Well, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Randy Orton, all them, when they'll return, you'll see Sheamus drop back down to mid-card.
Yeah. Which, the thing is, I think it was more to the fact that he had the money in the bank, Sheamus did. And they was thinking of a way that he could use it. And there wasn't any actual opportunity. And then this came along. I thought, you know what, we might as well use it here.
Yeah, I think the best bit was to get the money in the bank off him. It was because they did nothing in his shoe with Randy Orton.
No.
That just went nowhere.
Well, like we said with that whole match, it was just the reason they were feuding was because they just want to fight. That's what it felt like for that whole match. It was the point of that rivalry was to have those two fight each other, and that's it.
Yeah, it was giving them something to do. Keep them on TV.
Yeah. But well, I said with Alberto Del Rio, he came back, he won the championship, and I feel like I said he's only not had the championship for a couple of days, and that was because Kalisto had it. Do you think Kalisto will win it at the Royal Rumble again?
I hope so. I think so.
I think he would make a great US champion. I think it'd be different having a high flyer as a champion. I don't think any of the champions are high flyers.
That's the key.
Apart from the tag team in a way.
Well, they're not high flyers. Kofi Kingston can be.
Yeah, and you've got Xavier Woods. Well, I think, okay, but they prefer using Big E. But out of the solo titles, there isn't actually any major high flyers.
Well, you could say Seth Rollins was to a degree, he was very athletic.
But now it's Roman Reigns. Yeah. And then the Intercontinental Champion, we've got Dean Amboise. He's a brawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's bugging me more as well. What Bulk says here. He liked the old Del Rio. And I agree when he had Ricardo with him. I find the old Del Rio more entertaining than this one.
But did the old Del Rio not get boring anyway, as well?
Yeah, but
was it not the same promos, the same? It
was the same promos.
It didn't develop a character.
But then again, it feels like this character's not been developed. Oh wow, he's an absolute dick. That's it. I'm just.
Yeah, it needs to. Maybe it's storylines haven't helped him. Maybe it's something he needs to, but he just needs to develop his character. That's the problem. The problem is not done. It's not developed his character. It's all one-dimensional. I mean, I've said this about Brock Lesnar in the past. That Brock Lesnar, he can't do anything storyline-wise, apart from he's coming after this person.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't show him where he's been. You can't really show him where he's weak because they built up to this unstoppable person. So it becomes the same. Whoever Brock Lesnar faces, it becomes the same thing all the time.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the match is finished. And according to this, Kalisto is going to get the title back. Even with Wade Barrett in Del Rio's corner. So, like I said, we both agree we want Kalisto to win it again. I think it depends on how the night goes. Because if we have things like Charlotte winning because of Ric Flair helping her out, I've got a feeling Del Rio will probably end up defending his championship because of Wade Barrett helping him out. You know what I mean. When we have you have that feeling through a night where we can see where this is all going.
In things like time match, heels tend usually to win by cheating.
Yeah,
because it makes them think. They sometimes win cleanly, but usually it's by some form of interference or cheating.
Lucha, lucha, lucha. Sorry.
If this gets done for next half an hour silence.
I don't know. I'm just enjoying it. It was a little dance. There you go. Yeah.
Here's your winner and the new United States
Bork and that a lot of saying that they wish The Rock would come back. Yeah.
He's gonna be at WrestleMania, but whether he's wrestling or not, we don't know. It's whether he can get, because you got to think if he gets injured, then that puts all his films back that he's booked in for.
Yeah, I've got a prediction of WrestleMania. Now, I think we've both said this, but we think Triple H will be in a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I want to discuss that later.
Yeah, but I think at WrestleMania itself, The Rock is going to interfere in that match, which will lead to the next
Can we discuss that
WrestleMania.
later?
Yeah, we can discuss that later. Anyway, let's move on.
That's part of the Royal Rumble that I was going to discuss.
Right, let's move on to the next match, which is the Intercontinental Championship of Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match. Let's go there. So, our next match, Intercontinental Championship. Current champion Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing. Let us begin. I've been enjoying this rivalry. A lot.
Yeah, I think it suits them both.
Yeah. I think they bring the best out of each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice because it's also shown Dean Ambrose with a championship at the moment. And it's not like it's a very minor championship. The Intercontinental Championship is still quite prestigious. Next to the actual WWE Heavyweight Championship itself.
Yeah, I think the reason it's on Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens is to bring the prestige back to it.
Yeah.
In the same way that John Cena brought back the prestige to the US Championship.
Yeah.
Because at one point, it was practically changing hands every week. I think Barrett had it going to WrestleMania. Everyone was stealing it, weren't they?
Yeah, and, well, you all remember Dean Ambrose was involved in that.
Yeah, but now it's on Dean Ambrose.
Wasn't it Dean Ambrose who started that?
Possibly. I thought it might have been R-Truth.
I think it was either R-Truth or Dean Ambrose. I know R-Truth was picking on Barrett about the whole King thing at one point. Yeah. I this past year I've enjoyed watching both of these two wrestle in different matches, especially Kevin Owens. Because he's one of those kind of people who you wouldn't think what moves he pulls off in the ring, according to his size. He's a big fella, isn't he? But he still manages to do a moonsault off the top of the turnbuckle.
Yeah,
which is it's nice to see. It's okay. He's playing a heel, but that's a good thing. He's a great wrestler.
Yeah,
and
I think he's a great heel.
I mean, he's a great heel. The whole prize fighter aspect of it is because it feels like he's being honest, but his honesty is dark. It's just saying what probably most of the WWE superstars are probably thinking.
But that's why it works so well. But
yeah,
Kevin Owens, he had a great 2015.
Yeah,
great physical roster.
Well, I'm expecting both of these people, both of them in the Royal Rumble, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, we will be discussing more about the Royal Rumble, but do you see any of these two maybe being in the last 4 of the Royal Rumble match?
I have my suspicions about something to do with Kevin Owens, which I will tell in due time. But at the moment, it's... I don't want to say too much.
You don't want to say too much? Well, personally myself, I do see them making an impact, at least in the Royal Rumble match. Well, it depends on how much they beat each other up in this match. Because, like we said, this is supposed to be a last man standing. Now, if people have seen last man standings before, they can get very.
Well, it usually ends up with somebody either being trapped under something so they can't actually get up.
Or someone not being able to get up and will probably not be back for a couple of months.
Well, I think what did last one I remember seeing was it it was what's it called, Roman Reigns Big Show, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I forgot when it was now.
Yeah, he trapped.
He basically trapped Big Show under the announce table.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
So it could have possibly got up. It just didn't.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I enjoy watching Last Man Standings because you no idea where they will go, and especially with Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose doing this, we've seen them do normal matches and we don't know where the hell they'll end up. So, expect a tour around the arena. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But who do you think will win the match? That's a good point.
I think Dean Ambrose, because I think they're setting up Kevin Owens for something else.
Right.
I think I'll delve into that a little bit more later.
Do you think it's going to be the Kevin Owens show at the Royal Rumble?
I'll tell you later. I don't.
Okay.
Like I said,
Fair enough.
I don't want to say everything because then that will make us talk about in the actual Rumble itself.
Well, it also depends on when this match will actually be, when this match will be in the Royal Rumble. If this is the match just before the Royal Rumble, do you think this will be the match just before the Royal Rumble? That's a good point.
What, Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens?
Yeah. Or do you
Maybe not, because if it's going to be like go real hardcore, I think they're going to need a bit more time than. Depends how what numbers they're drawing as well. It's hard to say. Because I think there'll be some vignettes about the Rumble, so that'll give them like 5 minutes. Then I think there's going to be some about Sting going into Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else joining the Hall of Fame as well. Maybe
Well,
somebody new.
how long is usually the break between each entrant? It's usually about 5 minutes between each entrant, isn't it?
Yeah, but it all depends. If you just been out getting crap kicked out of your steel chair, you're going to need more than 5 minutes to.
Well,
Yeah,
like we said, we know that neither of
big
these two are going to be number 1, but does it mean that they might not be number 2?
Yeah, it could be number 3, 4.
Well, yeah.
You know, it could be early, so.
It might not be until the late 20s, which will give them at least an hour.
There's no guarantee they're going to be in at all.
Exactly. The thing is, we do not know how much they will beat each other up in this match.
Exactly.
These two, the thing is, we've seen these two fight, and they will not hold back. Which I'm looking forward to. I think this is one of the matches that I've been looking forward to again.
Well, I
like
think
when
in
it came to
the Survivor Series, this was the match of the tournament.
Yeah.
These two, they were. I think they were going to build up to a match anyway between these two, but I think Seth Rollins' injury forced the change.
Well, I think this is the third pay-per-view match these two have had against each other in a row now, isn't it? Because I think they also were fighting TLC. Was it a ladders match?
I can't remember.
Well, it was either ladders, tables, or chairs. I know it was one of those kind of matches. I know it wasn't TLC itself. But
I can't remember.
Either way, we've seen what these two can do, and now they are no limits. Now they have a point where they've actually got to knock the other person out, which I'm excited about. And we don't even know how long this match will probably take as well. But
hopefully get. I don't think it were the ladder. Were they not? Probably since they were in the ladder match. Were they not? I don't think it was the ladder. So I think the ladder match was Roman Reigns, wasn't it?
I can't see the work. But 1 second. I don't know. Someone, we can actually have a quick check at the moment. Well, we've got Dean Ambrose at the moment just holding the steel steps over Kevin Owens, making sure he stays down. Oh, he's just hit him again. Fair enough. But do you think this will be the last match we see between these two?
It's hard to say. Like I say, I think there's plans in motion for possibly for Kevin Owens, because they've started last month or so. They've been building up quite a bit. But you don't do that unless you haven't got something planned. You don't start building somebody up. And Boyle says it is ladder. He looked it up. I can't remember that finish. How that match finished.
Probably with Dean Ambrose with the championship.
Yeah, but no, did you? How did it get to the point where it could get up the ladder? That's my point.
I don't know. Well, anyway, this match is finished. According to this, Dean Ambrose is going to win by knocking him completely out. So I'm just testing chat. Yeah, it's not working for me at all. You're the one who's got to see chat now, Catch. Yeah, so Dean Ambrose, according to this, will defend his Intercontinental Championship. I agree that he will. I think you agree that he will as well. So, we have one more match left in our WWE Royal Rumble predictions, and it's the big one. It is the Royal Rumble match itself for the World Heavyweight Championship with, what's it called, Roman Reigns defending his championship. Let us go to that match. So, Kaj, it's time for the Royal Rumble match. Now, unfortunately, I can't pick who will be coming in first without me actually taking part. So I'm not taking part in this match because I'll be talking at the same time. So, we know that Roman Reigns will be first, don't we? So it doesn't mean that he will be the first one out, unfortunately. But that is just begin. He is in the match with other people that we think will be in the match as well. So, yeah, let's start. I pressed the stop. No, I didn't. I pressed the middle button. There we go, the start button. Yes, but we try and we do it with every pay-per-view with the WWE. We've been doing it since Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules.
Yeah. So WrestleMania 32, 33. What WrestleMania were we up to?
32.
32 will be our. We would have done a year of our predictions, which you can catch all the previous ones on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Crave Your Games. Yeah, permission. Oh, Roman Reigns is actually the first one in the match.
What are the
odds? The WWE knows. Well, anyway, let's continue with this. So, Kaj, this is my favourite event of the year. Okay, last year was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it got a bit predictable.
Yeah, but this year is going to be different, in my opinion. Because I like this whole idea of putting the World Heavyweight Championship on the line.
Yeah,
okay,
I think they've done that because there's no. I don't think there's any one person who could main event with the champion storyline-wise at the moment.
Well, you think there is one person who will probably main event with Roman Reigns?
My prediction, as soon as this stipulation was brought in, I predicted Triple H to win it.
So you think Triple H is going to win the Royal Rumble?
Yes, because that'll set him up for WrestleMania, them two main events in WrestleMania. So I don't think they're going to go with Brock Lesnar, not for a second year in a row, same main event. I think somebody, and this is why I'm saying about Kevin Owens, because he was getting built up, there was room.
Yeah.
I think there was rumours that Kevin Owens might be the one to cost Brock Lesnar, whether he's been eliminated already or not.
That'd be interesting, because do you think that would mean that we might see Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania?
There's, like I said, there's rumours. I read a lot on internet, and there were rumours not that long ago that because of the push Kevin Owens were getting, I mean, he was in that 1 versus 0. It was basically Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because of that, there's just saying, is he getting built up for Brock Lesnar? Because he's openly said he wants to fight Brock Lesnar. Now, there's been rumours it could be just Chris Jericho now. The latest rumour is it's going to be the Wyatt family against Brock Lesnar. But I think they're building him up for something. And like I say, if he gets, if he eliminates Brock Lesnar, that'll set him up for the next 2 months.
Yeah. Now you mentioned the Wyatt family there. I've got a feeling the Wyatt family will be a strong presence in the Royal Rumble, because I think there will be a point where all 4 members of the Wyatt family will be in the ring at the same time. And I think if that happens, I think it will be absolutely destructive, where we have a certain point of the Royal Rumble usually, where you have someone coming in and then they get thrown out. By the way, Kofi Kingston has been eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Do you see something like that happening? Or even with the League of Nations, probably something like that will happen.
Well, if you got to remember, Roman Reigns is probably still going to be in. He'll be until end. That's the unfortunate thing about him, number 1. It makes you think they're not going to.
I don't think he's going to make it.
They're not going to eliminate him early.
No,
they're going to have him there at final few, just so it's like there's a chance he could win it.
I just noticed that Triple H has just been eliminated out of the match. Anyway, continue.
The other thing about Triple H is he's not been seen since TLC.
No, since he got attacked by Roman Reigns, which led to this whole story.
Like I say, I think that's, to me, that it's quite clear that Triple H is going to come back at the Royal Rumble. He might not do what I predict, but he's going to come back and he's going to cost Roman Reigns in some way, shape or form.
Kevin Owens has now entered the Royal Rumble. But, well, according to Bork, he thinks there may be a fatal 4-way: Jericho, Owens, Brock, and Roman. Wait,
no, because I don't think Brock would want to do
fatal 4-way match.
Fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
He prefers one-on-ones.
Yeah, I think he has done. We have known of him doing triple threat matches. I think one of the most known ones was last year's Royal Rumble, which I think stole the show, where it was Seth Rollins, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar. If anything, that match just showed me that Seth Rollins deserved to be in the deserved to be up there with the likes of John Cena and Brock Lesnar. But I've got a question. This is to both the chat and you, Kaj. Who do you think will be the last 4 in the Royal Rumble?
Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. If he's in the match, Triple H. Bray Wyatt.
Right. So what if you think Triple H is not in the match?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. So I was thinking Bray Wyatt, Strowman.
No, you'll have 4 people who aren't gonna. I mean, they won't do what they did last year and have 2 people like.
Oh
Big
God,
Show and
yeah,
Kane
that
did.
was terrible, wasn't it? That was the main point why I hated the Royal Rumble last year. It was once it Big Show and Kane. That's a good point. Do you think Kane's going to be in the Royal Rumble?
Yes, but he'll be in early.
He's got to continue building up on his elimination counter. By the way, if people do not know, Kane is currently holding the all-time record for most eliminations in a career of the Royal Rumble. At, I think last time I heard, it was 49?
3, something like that, 43,
49.
40s.
Yeah. So, right, 50s. I think the 5th highest was Big Show, who has eliminated a full Royal Rumble's worth.
30.
30, yeah.
Roman Reigns won't be far behind.
Yeah,
I think how many people he's eliminated at last 2 Rumbles?
Well, he's holding the record of most eliminations in a single Royal Rumble now with 13? Or was it 12? I think it's 13, isn't it? No. Roman,
13,
Roman holds the record for a single Royal Rumble, but a record for all time. As in,
yeah, but you got to think
all
how many Kane's been in.
Yeah.
As well.
Borg thinks it's going to be Triple H, Brock, Taker, and Jeff Hardy. Yeah, that's a good point. Do you think we're going to get a surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble this year? And if apart from Triple H,
of AJ Styles.
There's rumours of AJ Styles. Right, okay.
I just signed that thing, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, the development one.
He just signed for WWE, so there's rumours that I've heard he won't be in the Rumble, but apparently rumours are now he is going to be in the Rumble. But I don't know.
Well, what we're saying Jeff Hardy now, we know reasons why Jeff Hardy would not show up because of the whole quad bike accident that he's had. But what about Matt? Do you think he'll show up in the Royal Rumble?
I don't know. I don't know if he's done with TNA yet.
I love that part. We say yet.
It's like I say, I also don't know if he's still part of TNA. Obviously not.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, but it says lots of rumours of AJ Styles. Like I said, there was rumours originally that he wasn't going to be at Royal Rumble because the casual WWE fan wouldn't know who were. Those who basically just watch WWE.
Yeah, Bulk's saying there is a lot of rumours about AJ Styles.
It's like a Willy Wonky sort of thing.
Yeah. By the way, Neville's just been eliminated. Currently in the ring at the moment. And Kevin Owens been eliminated as well. We have Del Rio, Jack Swagger, Mark Henry, and Roman Reigns are still in the match. So we've got the two people who won the kickoff show. The guy who we think might hold out to near the end. And Del Rio. Okay, I like how our odds are going on this. But Jabo says, do you like Roman and Dean?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I like
but
the fact they're keeping them friends as well. I hate it when they make best friends become worse enemies. I like it where they have some continuity where two people will be friends. I like where they, like I said, I like where they have two friends who just stay friends.
Honestly, I'm more of a fan of Dean Ambrose over Roman Reigns. But I think I like the whole spontaneous attitude when it comes to wrestlers. Because I love the idea where you cannot predict what is going to happen in their mind. And Dean Ambrose is doing that so well at the moment. With Roman Reigns, he's all right. But I think it's because it feels like he's being forced on us again. I think that's what a lot of people got upset with last year. Was that Roman Reigns was pretty much being forced to on us after the Royal Rumble, wasn't he? To a point where they had to actually get Seth Rollins involved in the WrestleMania main event. I've got a feeling the fan WWE universe caused that. The whole Seth Rollins being the champion.
Well, if The Rock can't get you a cheer.
Yeah. Well, if we look at it now in at Raw and SmackDown, when Roman Reigns is still out there, they're still chanting for people like CM Punk and even John Cena and Daniel Bryan. They're not chanting for Roman Reigns, which I do feel sorry for.
He's getting cheered now.
He's slowly getting cheered. He's slowly getting cheered, but at the same time, he should have been having that from the get-go, and he didn't have that. It feels like he wasn't built up as much as other superstars that we've seen in that limelight. Or the only way that it works where you can instantly be put up as the top spot is if you're a heel. Like, for example, look at Seth Rollins. Because no offense,
when no offense,
when it was the Shield, in my opinion, it was always Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, who was the stars, and then Seth Rollins was the guy in the background in that trio. By the way, Roman Reigns has been eliminated in our prediction match. Currently in the ring is Heath Slater, Brock Lesnar, and Del Rio. And if you haven't noticed, Heath Slater is getting slaughtered by Brock Lesnar. Oh wait, he countered Brock Lesnar. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, and his name is John Cena. Yeah, so I think as a heel, yeah, you can get into limelight straight away. As a face, no, you've got to build yourself up, and I don't think Roman Reigns has done that. He's had a great year, but that's just because he's been put in the right spot throughout the year. I've got a question before we mention something else on the chat. Heath Slater, do you like this whole the social outcast movement all of a sudden?
Yeah, because it gives those four something.
Yeah, if people
and
don't know,
I always find him entertaining.
Yeah. If people don't know who the social outcasts are, it is Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Damien Sandow? No, Adam Rose and Bo Dallas. Yeah. So it's the usual four jobbers, and I think they take on like a what did they used to be called? With Al Snow and that lot.
Job Squad.
The job squad. They seem to be like a job squad type of stable, aren't they? In my opinion.
It's just basically a bunch of jobbers given a chance to in the stable together.
Then again, I'll give them their dues when they went out and actually went face to face with the Wyatt family. Oh, that was a great laugh.
Yeah, well then Ryback come out, didn't it?
Yeah, and helped them because they were getting slaughtered. Alright, another question. Who's your favourite wrestler? Now, current wrestler, not including Sting, from you.
He's a current wrestler. Has he officially retired? No.
We might as well talk about that. Sting, he's been announced to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. What do you think of it, Kaj?
It's about time.
Well,
so you won't see likes of Kurt Angle or The Rock or The Undertaker in this year because you always have one person, main person.
Yeah. So it's nice to. The thing is, I like the idea that Sting is being inducted. He deserves to be inducted because he was a staple part during the Monday Night Wars, where he was basically the leading man of WCW, wasn't he? He was pretty much the Triple H of WCW. That is simply, if anything, that is an honourable way of saying it, because Triple H was the main man.
Is Triple H not the Sting of WWE though?
Yeah, I would
Sting
say.
Was in WCW before.
It's the way. Yeah, I think it's the way that you look at it. In the end, WWE is the one that's still standing.
Yeah, but you're comparing, like I say, it's Sting was around before Triple H.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, you can also say Triple H is the Sting of WWE. There's one thing that we haven't really mentioned much about, and that was the WrestleMania match, Sting versus Triple H. I still think Sting should have won that.
Yeah. I mean, he's been in, 2 pay-per-view matches and he's lost them both?
Yeah. By the way, they're the only 2 WWE pay-per-views he's been in matches for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's got the shortest WWE career going into the Hall of Fame. I think now, aren't he?
Yeah, but they're putting him in for what he did in WCW.
WCW, yeah. The thing is, with the Hall of Fame, it's about wrestling. It's not just about WWE. And
No, it's the WWE Hall of Fame. But because
yeah,
they own the rights to,
WCW, yeah.
they
Bulk
can
thinks-
use WWE and ECW's.
Yeah. Bulk thinks Sting shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because he only had 2 matches in WWE. But like you said, it's what he did for WCW as well. The thing is, you are a legend with what reaction he caused when he appeared at Survivor Series in 2014. To a point where you are a main event in the biggest pay-per-view of the year for WWE as well.
He wasn't in the main event.
He was one of the main events.
But he wasn't the main event.
He wasn't the
part of
main event.
WrestleMania, yeah.
Yeah, but he was one of the big matches of WrestleMania. Is that better? Yeah, either way. But, Borg says Sting is the first person to be in TNA and WWE's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So,
He'll soon be followed by the Dudleys.
Yeah.
And then Kurt Angle.
Yeah, well, Kurt Angle's pretty much retired now, isn't he?
Mm.
But, okay, another question. Do you think Seth Rollins will return and unite with the Shield? Or will you think he'll be going as the new tag team or anything like that?
I think he'll come back as a face.
You think he'll come back as a face? Do you think he'll work as a face?
Yeah. I think he's one of those few who can do both.
I've got a question. Do you think by the end of this year, Roman Reigns will turn heel? And when I mean by the end of this year, I mean the actual year. Not by the time it comes to WrestleMania.
Yeah, because that's only a month away.
Yeah. I think he needs to turn heel. Because I think, now looking at his cousin, The Rock, he was heel when he started to get popular, wasn't he? And then he turned
heel
back
with the
face
Nation
again.
Domination.
Yeah, and then he turned face, and that's how you got the People's Champion. He flip-flopped between heel and face so often in the WWE.
Yeah,
and I
but
think
it doesn't work for everybody. I mean, how many times has like Randy Orton flip-flops?
Yeah, but he's weird. Even when he turns face, he turns as a dark face.
I think the biggest one to flip-flop the most has to be Big Show.
Yeah. Well, I still think Big Show is a huge... We know Big Show is going to be in the Hall of Fame. It's simple enough. How many championships has he held himself?
Yeah, but the thing about Big Show at the moment is getting shouted to retire. Fans want him to retire.
Yeah, I
think it's because people don't know whether he's a heel or a face anymore. Whether
Oh, Seth. We hope you come back and get the title, mate.
He's not going to get it back straight away.
No. You probably have to get through Triple H first.
Well, if you want to go back to Seth a minute, the thing is, he won't come straight back in to get the title straight away. Because I think the one thing he never had was the chase against the title.
No,
he got it, he never had that chase the title. And yeah. So,
then again, at the same time, how long did he have the Money in the Bank for? He had it, like I said, up to WrestleMania, which is about 9 months. And he did have a match for the WWE Championship beforehand as well. Like I said, it was Royal Rumble last year. Oh, well, Big Show's out, by the way. We're talking about him. Yeah, I don't know. I would... Personally, I think it depends on how long it takes for Seth Rollins to recover. And it depends on when it is. But the Money in the Bank, do you think we might see him return for them? Or do you think that's a bit too soon?
when did he get injured? It was Survivor Series, so that's
It was yeah, it was
November.
the
6 to
first
9
week
months.
before, first week on the road to Survivor Series.
Well, it's 6 to 9 months, so call it November.
Yeah.
December, January, February, yeah. 6 months will be May time. I think that's too soon. Because
Do you
you're
think-
hoping he's recovered fully in the shortest amount of time.
I'll be surprised if we. I expect to see him this year, but I don't expect to see him until probably Survivor Series. I think he'll have about a year off.
No, I think he'll come back if he can. I think SummerSlam will be his return.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
they're trying to
depends
make
on
that
who he'll be
into
facing.
something on a par with WrestleMania.
Yeah.
There's
Saint, oh, hi
there's
Saint, how you
quite a
doing,
few due to come back around at that time. There's Cesaro's due back. I hope he gets pushed. I really do hope he gets pushed.
mate? Yeah, I really hope. I think he's the most underrated superstar in the WWE.
2
in my
matches
opinion.
with John Cena for US title were brilliant.
Well, look at the matches he had during the tournament as well. They were brilliant matches. Unfortunately, he got knocked out by was it Del Rio? No, it was Roman Reigns. Yeah, he was facing Roman Reigns, which was unlucky for him. Saint says, going back to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is wrestling for TNA. Yeah, I know he is. But he's on their tour to the UK next week, and he said this is his farewell tour.
Yeah, I knew that. He said that's going to be his farewell tour. But I think he's come out and said he's not. He's not
independent?
finished with wrestling. I think he said he's not finished with wrestling. What that means, I don't know. Whether he takes a backstage role somewhere, whether he tours the world a bit and goes to like Japan and tries it out there, I don't know. But
I don't see him coming to WWE though.
I could see him coming to WWE for his fight, possibly for one last match.
Yeah.
And probably in Hall of Fame induction.
Bulk has got two things here. He thinks that the Royal Rumble match, the White family will break up. I don't think so. I think they're too strong for.
No.
Sorry about that. And the other thing is, he thinks that Shane McMahon is going to return. I would like to see that. I would like to see Shane come back. Who does not want to hear, "Here comes the money"?
Yeah, but what's he coming... The only way I could see him coming back, personally...
To break up the authority?
Yes.
That would be awesome. I would love that. I want Shane McMahon back anyway. Because I think that's what WWE does miss. You need that guy, like Shane McMahon, to be there. The guy who is a complete nut job and will actually compete in any kind of match and still be there thinking he pretty much he's going to own half of this someday.
Yeah, that's the only reason I could see him bringing him back. Because it brings something... it gives them somebody who can go against the authority, could have some form of authority themselves, because he's going to own part of WWE one day.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah.
So he can get involved in that way.
I would love to see a rivalry between Shane McMahon and Stephanie and Triple H.
Yeah, but then who's he going to bring in to join him?
AJ Styles.
From Master Venus, it says the whole Bullet Club invaded. Now the Bullet Club is actually New Japan Pro Wrestling, so they can't. But they have signed up three of them.
You might have to actually explain to me who is the Bullet Club.
The Bullet Club is a stable in New Japan Pro Wrestling, which was AJ Styles was the leader of.
Right.
And Finn Balor actually started.
Oh, right.
And they just signed up AJ Styles, Doc Gallows, and Carl Anderson. All three of them parts of the Bullet Club. They also signed Shunsuke Nakamura from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
If the rumours are to be true. There's nothing confirmed with these rumours. So they've been signed. But the WWE has trademarked the Balor Club.
I've just looked
Did
up.
I go too fast for you?
No. Before I mention that, I just looked up and seen how the match is going. All 4 members of the Wyatt family are in the ring.
And one of the Usos.
And one of the Usos.
Is he last 5?
No, someone's coming out. Oh, Curtis
Oh,
Axel.
yeah,
Oh, run, Curtis. But anyway, continue. Yeah, sorry. So, it's right.
It's basically a stable in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Finn Balor started it as Prince Devitt. AJ Styles was the leader of it until last week when he got they turned on him. Obviously, because he's going to WWE.
Yeah, according to from Master Venus, they're saying that there's rumours WWE's trying to get the trademark from
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
But they have trademarked the Balor Club. Now, whether that's to do with the Bullet Club, I don't know.
Who would be part of the Balor Club?
Well,
Finn
if you've
Balor.
got 3 you've got Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Doc Gallows, and Carl Anderson for 3.
Yeah.
4, sorry.
That's a good
what
point.
else have we got here?
Quick question. Now, we know Finn Balor is currently NXT champion. He's doing quite well in NXT at the moment. How long do you think it's going to be until he actually joins the main roster?
Well, if you want to go past few years, it's usually the Raw after WrestleMania. I think that's when Neville made his debut.
Yeah.
On proper baby on the thingy. Before that.
But,
What's this?
plus Machine Gun
Yeah.
Carl Anderson just posted something
he's one of the
saying
Bullet
we're
Club.
coming.
Yeah, there's been a few things on I think Twitter and social media. I think Finn Balor's been posted like at the door to the Performance Centre saying I'm waiting or something, or you're here yet or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think there's some definitely Bullet Club
Related
style of
happening.
thing going. Whether they get the trademark, I don't know, but they'll have something as a backup.
I think we're all down to the last 4 now, because no one's come in for a while. So our last 4 is Wade Barrett, Strowman, Luke Harper.
But
and,
Finn Balor
yes,
in New Japan was Prince Devitt.
Oh no, I'm lying. There's still Dolph Ziggler to come out.
Yeah. So that's what Finn Balor's name was, Prince Devitt.
Devitt. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, from Mars to Venus, just to put that in.
Yeah. Well, we'll be honest. Finn Balor's been doing quite a lot of stuff. He's got his own. He started with his own group in Ireland, didn't he? Well, I remember seeing from the documentary, where that's where Becky Lynch came from, as well.
Yeah, he's got his own wrestling gym.
Yeah.
In Ireland, that's where what got Becky Lynch going.
Yeah. Which we can be thankful for, because I do enjoy watching Becky Lynch's matches at times. Which I can't say much about most
I'm not
of
so
it.
much of Finn Balor. I don't watch NXT. I don't have that much time on my hands.
I watch it when I can. I think they've got another takeover coming soon again, haven't they?
Well, they just have one in London, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they're on about Boston next. I think it's
They
Boston.
did Boston last year.
Did they? They're coming somewhere. Where's the next Where's the next WrestleMania?
Yes, we discussed that Mars to Venus at Triple H. I think Triple H is going to win it. Going to come in number 30. No one's going to expect it, but
Except for us.
in the commentary's going to expect it. We haven't seen him since TLC.
And then you got someone in the crowd. I expected it. Didn't you? Yeah, I did too. It's obvious.
It's good. Triple H is going to have some role to play in it. That's for definite.
Yeah.
Just in case of what direction the wanted to go in. Well, it looks like Wyatt's not winning.
Yeah, the Wyatts are all out. I keep forgetting there's still people in this match. It doesn't help when there's no number. Like previous versions, there was a number of what number this person is who's come out.
Oh, who's this? Kalisto.
Yep, Kalisto.
The United States champion.
The new United States champion, according to this. I think it's going to be a Rumble, and Taker should be put in the Hall. I think Finn is going to be at the
Taker
Rumble.
won't be this year.
No, with Sting being put in, Taker needs.
I think the Undertaker. Undertaker might be next year.
Oh my God! Here comes the Intercontinental Champion. Sorry. You think? Yeah, I agree. I think Undertaker will be next year as well. I still think there's one more match for the Undertaker to have yet. I think this will probably be his last WrestleMania.
Yes, I agree. I'll agree with that.
Yeah,
That's
I know. I know. Kalisto
apparently
lost
is. Yeah, but I think the plan for Undertaker this year, rumor has it, was that Undertaker was going to fight John Cena.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, John Cena's now been KO'd with his injuries, and apparently they had no backup plan.
Oh shit! Don't worry, guys. You've got 3 months to plan something. Good luck.
So, who could be the backup plan?
Adam Rose.
You don't say that because he didn't ring.
Yeah. From Mars to Venus. Yeah, we know that Kalisto is not the current WWE United States champion at the moment but from our predictions, he will win it. So that's why we said that he's the current US champion.
He will be the US champion when he enters the Royal Rumble.
According to our predictions. Because if he's got a match with Alberto Del Rio at the Royal Rumble as well. So, yeah. Oh, we've got 6 people back in the ring again. I don't know how many people are left in this Royal Rumble. I've not been keeping count. I'm just hoping this tells me soon. But, where were we?
Anything else the chat wants to ask us?
Yeah, anything else you guys want to mention while we... What can we talk about in this match? Dolph Ziggler. What is Dolph Ziggler doing at the moment? I haven't really been paying attention to him.
Nothing.
Nothing. I think didn't he come back for something and now he's got longer hair.
Well, the last thing he was involved with the storyline was Tyler Breeze, but that's been just completely dropped.
Yeah. Well, with Tyler Breeze now isn't even with Summer Rae by the looks of things. I think he was too soon for him to come up to the WWE anyway.
No, because they've been in NXT for a while.
Yeah, but I don't think...
Not every champion... Not every call has to be a champion. I mean, Baron Corbin, there's been rumours he's due a call anytime soon.
I know what you mean, but I don't...
I gotta tell you, these guys are in the best shape I've ever
What?
seen them in.
Dang it. He lost to the Social Outcasts.
Yeah, he got beat on Raw, didn't he, against the Social Outcasts?
Who were at what? Dolph Ziggler?
4-on-4 match.
Oh god, yeah.
No.
Now I remember. Yeah, it was like a mix-up of
Tyler
people.
Breeze.
Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze. Rick the Ascension.
Yeah. Either way, Adam Rose has been
No,
eliminated.
he didn't lose to the Social Outcast. No, it wasn't the Social Outcast.
Was it the Dudley
Oh, Dolph
Boys?
Ziggler did, yeah. No, Dolph Ziggler did, I think a week before, when they debuted. The Social Outcast beat Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of the Raw just gone. No, that was the 8-man tag team match with Mark Henry, Neville, Titus, and R-Truth.
Bork says that he likes the old Ziggler with Big E. I do miss... I miss heel Ziggler.
Yeah, he needs to go heel. But at the moment, there's...
Well, give him a break. That's a good idea.
Faces. There's not enough top faces at the moment. After Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, who is your next face? Who's not injured?
Right back.
You say Dolph Ziggler's higher than Ryback on that, because Ryback frustrates the hell out of me.
Well, Ryback's in the ring now. Do you want to talk a little bit about Ryback?
Ryback is just... He's all
boring.
power. You can't... He's just too much of a power wrestler. And unfortunately that's the way he's developed, because he's big, he's muscular, all that. But there's no... His matches feel lame, but it's like, there's no fluidity, sort of thing.
It's just power. That's it. I think we're down to the last 4.
You said that before.
I think we are, because it's been a while since anyone's come in. But like I said, I've said that before.
So, yeah. Right, I mean, I have to say, Ryback just annoys me because he's all power. There's no...
Oh my God, it's down to the last 2. It's Curtis Axel versus Dean Ambrose. Come on, Curtis Axel, do it for the social outcast.
Yeah, Ryback will never be the next John Cena.
No, definitely not. John Cena's got, no offense, John Cena's got the charisma, which he's got great mic work, and we saw that when he first came into the WWE. And he's also got the fighting skills as well. He's a great in-ring performer as well as great with the mic. Ryback, he's not great with the mic. Nowhere near. There's a lot better out there.
Great in-ring performer.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. One thing that surprised me this week, R-Truth. The guy's 50. I didn't
believe you when you told me.
Yeah.
Still don't believe you now.
Yeah, he celebrated his birthday this week, which was I think it was after the taping of SmackDown, and I've known he's 50. Yeah, he's 50 years old. Yeah, I know. Well, you got to think of it this way. R-Truth used to be under a different ring name as K-Quick when he first came into the WWE. And that was during the Attitude Era, wasn't it? I think near the start of the Attitude Era. So he has been with the WWE for quite a long time. And you don't think it that way because you don't think of the whole K-Quick is R-Truth thing. Until you actually...
You're wrong, he's not 50.
He's not 50? How old is he?
He's 44.
Still old! Who said 50? Someone said 50.
You did.
No.
You did.
No. Someone said 50 to me. Either way, he's still 44. That is quite old for someone who is still wrestling as much as he is, isn't it? We're talking about people like Big Show and Mark Henry retiring. How long do you think R-Truth's got left in WWE?
Not long. I think he possibly could get released. Be one of the next ones to get released.
I think we're getting close to the end of the Royal Rumble match. Yeah. So how old is he? 44.
44.
Which is still, like I said, it's still impressive of him. How much he's worked, and yeah, it was Roman who said it. Damn you, Roman Reigns! Damn you! I really do not hope he loses now in the Royal Rumble just for that. There's my hate. I don't care. Curtis Axel wins the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Don't forget, he's still pushing that was never eliminated gimmick.
Oh my God! Yay! He's the winner of 2 Royal Rumbles in a row.
Oh no, I just won it. Curtis Axel's gonna win the Royal Rumble. Curtis Axel's gonna be a new world champion.
Oh my God!
You saw it here first.
You saw it here first, people. Curtis Axel is gonna win the Royal Rumble. The guy who has never been eliminated for the past year. Oh, this is a great way how to end this prediction, isn't it? So yeah, there you have it, people. Royal Rumble 2016 is live on Sunday, the 24th of January.
Yes.
Which if you're
Monday,
in the UK,
25th
yeah,
in the UK.
yeah, if you're looking for us. So hope you guys enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be enjoying this. And it is the start of the road to WrestleMania. We will be back next month for Fastlane, which I still think I do not like the idea of that pay-per-view, but I understand why they've done it. Or do you think Fastlane will be next month?
Yeah.
But they've got to find a way to pick a WWE champion, number one contender, aren't they now?
Yeah, that'll probably be it. Fastlane. That'll probably make it a Fastlane.
Oh, let there be a new type of match. Oh no, that's a championship shuffle that needs a champion. Either way,
no.
We will be back next month for Fastlane, which will be, I'm gonna guess, in the middle of February.
Yes.
Sorry, Kaj, do you want to say anything?
Do
you want to say anything before we finish?
Just thanks for everyone in the chat for participating. Fastlane is.
I was just bringing it up now. That's why
21st of February.
So yeah, we will be back for our next predictions on the 21st of February. But stay tuned on our Twitch channels with me at twitch.tv/GDW2007 for other videos, including a Resident Evil 0, which is coming soon. Other random videos as well. And me and Kaj will probably be doing a new what's it called? A new series. Yeah, a new series soon as well. We don't know what it is yet, but we're going to talk about that. You can catch Kaj on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/CAJR87, where he will be starting to do Final Fantasy VII soon, aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah, hopefully.
I was hoping today, but that might have overrun it.
Yeah. And also, you can tune in every Wednesday at 9 p.m. or twitch.tv/CTG podcast. If you enjoyed listening to us talking about this, you will enjoy our podcast as well, where we talk about video games.
That's if you like game. If you
like games,
video games,
yeah, which I expect people do if they're in Twitch.
They could just. I'm not assuming they could be wrestling fans, just wrestling fans.
Yeah. Well, either way, if you like listening to a bunch of guys talking about video games, talking about the new releases that are coming out that week and the UK charts, you will enjoy it. With this, yep, that's everything I can think of. Also, youtube.com/CraveYourGames, where we've got our previous predictions for the WWE and other random videos and our podcast, where you can go and watch them at your own pace. Until next time, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, and thank you for joining Raw.
But then after that, it was the whole Roman Reigns thing with him showing up during Money in the Bank, wasn't it? Pushing Roman Reigns off the ladder before he could reach the briefcase, which we'll talk more about that briefcase later. Then, so afterwards, that's when we had the Wyatt family started to join up again together with Roman Reigns and what's it called?
Dean
Ambrose. And then after that, I think it was last month, we had the Wyatt family versus Undertaker and Kane.